It's Tuesday again. Yes, Tuesday. So lost in time already. I'm Dr. Laura Dabney, relationship psychiatrist, and my day job is helping professional executive men with relationship problems. But I come to you on Facebook as a way to reach out to those of you who are too afraid to get help for your relationship or emotional problems, and try to help you this way, with the hopes that you will one day be able to give us a call and come on in and get these issues resolved once and for all. 757-440-8800 is that number when you're ready. So I started this month talking about intimacy dreams and what do they mean? Because a lot of people come in scared to death to admit to them, or I don't know, talk about them. And it's a shame because there's so much, they're so rich. There's so much information in those dreams that help us understand you or help you understand you. So I have to start with that because I'm thinking of a friend of mine, Lisa, who we had an exchange over the weekend about a certain someone on TV that was attractive. And she said, you can't think that. You can't think that. And I emphasized, that's something I need to talk to y'all about, that thinking and doing are oceans apart. Okay. I mean, there's a huge difference between thinking something and doing something. I know Lisa knows, she's sort of just teasing me, and if you watch the weekend basketball, I think you know who I'm talking about. And yahoos, by the way. So anyway, that is something that I have to remind people about all the time. If you're afraid of your dreams, it's because you understand the basics, which we talked about on the last Tuesday. Was this: if you thinking, usually a wish. A dream is usually a wish fulfillment. That is true. But the idea is not to take that wish so literally. Okay. So and that starts with, just thinking about something doesn't literally mean you're going to go out and do it, or even literally mean that's what you want. So I think I have to give an example to sort of make that clear. One of the most common intimacy dreams are people coming in and saying they had a intimacy dream. I dare say every letter word. An intimacy dream about someone who they in real life aren't attracted to at all. They're just not. So they sort of don't want to admit it because they think that means, oh, I want to have blank with that person. And or I don't love the person I'm with, or I want to secretly cheat. And that's where I have to sort of stop them and say, okay, it doesn't necessarily mean that we need to be creative and let our imagination unwind, because that's the royal road to the unconscious there, the dreams, your imagination, your fantasies, your daydreams, all of that is telling you what's going on inside. So it's not taken so literally, like poems and literature and art. Okay, so oftentimes what happens when we start getting into it in a little bit more detail, what is it about that person that's attractive to you? Okay, it may not be that you are sexually attracted to them, him, her, but it may be something about them, a quality, a personality trait, something that they do that you are really super attracted to. Here's another example of that. I have actually a patient who came in talking about a coworker who was just very comfortable with her aggression. She thought she needed a raise. She would go ask that boss for a raise when she thought she needed some kudos for her project. She didn't get. She had no problem going and asking for that. This patient was tongue-tied when he came in, saying, no attraction to this woman, she's half my age, on and on. But she had this aggression, and he had always felt that he lacked a certain aggression, which for men can be very difficult. Our society has tied a lot of aggression tied with masculinity, and this got into a whole discussion about his painful growing up situation and how he thought passivity paved the way for a better relationship if he just hid. So he always attached aggression to making waves, hurting people, ruining the very few peaceful moments he had in his family growing up. So aggression was very hard for him. So the idea of intermingling with somebody who has that personality was his secret way of getting that component to himself. An easy, quick way. There is a hard and emotional way to get that peace. So there's this wish that he could just take it from somebody. She had to go around after all. He could take some and go out into the world and get all these things that he wanted, be aggressive. So that's one quality. The other flip side to that is sometimes you want somebody else to have a quality, and commingling them will give some of yours to them. So that's a good example of that is I had a patient once who was married to a woman who was very passive, and the same in reverse, right? So she was very passive, and he was taking on, instead of telling her that he wanted her to take on some of the parenting roles, she dumped them on him, and he would assume them and use his constructive aggression to get the kids in line, to get the travel plans arranged, to get meals arranged, and he would complain about this, but not address with her, saying, look, I need you to do some of this with me or for me because I'm getting resentful. So again, it'd be much easier to just give him a little bit of his aggression. So she would just become more aggressive as opposed to having that difficult conversation. So think about it. If you have an intimacy dream about somebody else, think a little bit beyond just the intimacy, and what are the quality traits that you wish you might incorporate or you wish they incorporated. That might give you a clue. Okay? So we'll be back next week. Next week, I have a little surprise for you. We're going to talk about something. I'm going to step outside this topic for that week and talk about something exciting that's going on here. Okay, I'll see you then.